Good evening, my fellow exorcists, and welcome to Lair the Film Exorcist. Tonight, Cinema Witch and I will be reviewing Arcane, League of Legends. The origins of two iconic League champions set in the utopian Piltover and the oppressed underground of Zan. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I think I only played League of Legends like once in my lifetime.
Same.
And I wasn't very good, and I just remember it being like those lane games where you send a champion down one lane, one of 3 lanes, and you go destroy a tower.
Yep, exactly.
And then I got bored of it like the second time I played it.
I was like, oh, this is it? Like
But this series, bravo Netflix, like, I care about these characters more now.
it's based off of the champions from the League of Legends series.
Apparently it's based on Jinx and,
Violet?
yes, Violet.
I mean, there are other champions that are present in the series.
Now, me and her have not discussed this show yet,
Yeah,
so
this is the first time we're actually I don't know how film feels about it.
I'm just gonna say I love this show. Like, I love the Utopia versus Steampunk era underground.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen this in kind of like Star Wars with the city planet of Coruscant, where you've got the beautiful New York cityscape with all the flying cars around and the giant buildings with the Jedi, and the underground where all these dark, dank,
I think that's just like the essence of cyberpunk, because I'm getting like some Blade Runner vibes. Mildly.
Now, I have never seen Blade Runner, so I can't attest to that. Yeah, I really like this movie, and I also like how one side wants war. Like, they're all about drugs and war and just power to the underground, and but also there's that, and then there's the other part of the underground with small black kid who was with
I forget his name.
I forget. I just know he's a part of the
Wow, we're jerks.
we are horrible people. The Fireflies? Yeah, they're the Firefly clan,
Oh,
or the
yes.
Lightning Bug clan, and you go into their hideout and you just see this beautiful tree and all these areas in this small this greenhouse, and it's just like, compared to the rest of the city of Vaughn, and this, just,
It's too bad, like, the right after we see that, something terrible happens.
yeah, the attack on the bridge.
Yep.
But yeah, you see that, like, there can be flourishing. The underground can flourish. But
Yes.
the rest of the underground is so up their ass and so interested in drugs and killing people and stealing and scavenging, and where then there's the really bad people up with the council and the royals and what's the guy with the hammer's name? It's Jace.
Jace.
I believe he's another champion in the game,
I would believe it.
and he's got good intentions and he wants to help the people of the underground while also trying to figure out magic and technology. This movie does a lot of politics and discussions of hierarchy, and
So you're more invested in that than
I'm
the
more
fights.
invested in that. I mean, I honestly don't remember the fights.
Are you telling me that you don't remember the fight where Vi and that like buff lady in the bar? Where she
I
had
do
the-
remember that.
the
I will
glove?
admit it. I remember that.
Yeah, how I'm like it is so like stunning, like the way that it's like done, and like choreographed and just everything. Animated.
I do remember that. We were wrong about the professor's name. It was Heimerdinger. Piltover it's the city he built. Heimerdinger is the actual professor that befriends Echo, learns about the Undercity and the great things that they can do, and he gets ousted by his own council who feel like he's holding them back, while also you can kind of see he's been where Jace was before, and he's trying to protect Jace from the power of magic that has essentially created the city of Piltover, because there's this backstory that we still haven't really seen yet where magic users are the reason why everyone's so afraid and at odds with each other. With the mother and daughter thing, I felt Silco did it a bit better. Like, he wants to go to war with the people of Piltover because of what happened on the bridge years ago that we see in the beginning of the movie. Like, he got Vi and Powder's parents killed because he tried to go up there, and he's just watching history repeat itself because he's doing the exact same thing they did. He's causing the roadblock on the bridge. He's essentially destroying his foster daughter. He's doing everything wrong, and he doesn't realize it until
it's too late.
It's too late, and Jinx kills him. It's just... And here, I kind of thought she was gonna kill, what's her name? The cop in this. Kate, I believe her name is. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people kind of point out that as a main influence in this show, like, that it's... Because you can kind of feel a relationship between Vi and Kate.
Well, yeah.
They are this show's LGBTQ lesbian couple, and I mean, well, at first I couldn't really tell because it's just like...
What, you just thought they were a couple of gal pals, or what?
Nah, I just thought like they hated each other a little too much at the beginning. Like, one sees the other as a cupcake, and the other is like just... This is an underground prisoner that... Mm-hmm. What's she gonna do?
Yeah, well, as soon as she called her cupcake, I immediately took that as flirting, but that's just me. When she saw that Vi was like very easily like chatting with another girl and was kind of like, she kind of like raised her eyebrow a little bit. It was like maybe a little bit too happy about it. Like, you do swing that way. It's slow to start the series, but it picks up.
It really picks up. Like, the third episode, honestly, has got to be my favorite because, you know, Powder still feels bad because she's trying to build these machines. She's trying to...
The monkey bomb.
You kind of get the idea that she's very much that one character from My Hero Academia, the girl who keeps calling her inventions her babies, and she's...
Oh, her?
Yeah, she's got a huge crush on Deku. I can't remember her name.
Yeah.
But, you get that kind of vibe, and just, like, she means well. She wants to do good, but...
I told you I got, like, a Harley Quinn vibe from her.
I do remember you saying that, and I do agree, but also she's just like one of those feel bad characters. Like, she knows what she wants to do. Mm-hmm. She's working on herself, trying to, and then it just comes to a head when she kills everyone on accident, thinking she saved them, and Vi just snaps and smacks her across the face like, you did this. You just got our father killed. You just got our entire crew killed. Get out of here. You are nothing but a problem. I've protected you throughout your life, and you have done nothing but screw up. Get out of here. Leave me alone. And it was to my surprise that when that cop took her in or took her away, I thought it was going to be like the father-daughter kind of scene where he realizes it wasn't really her fault, and he was going to take her in and make her like a cadet, and it was going to be like
mirrored Silco and Jinx.
Kinda, yeah, like where she was going to be above ground, similar to what Kate is, and then it was going to be her against Jinx, like on two different sides.
I think this is much more interesting the way that they did it.
I agree, but I also kind of want to see what that would have been like.
Well, I mean, it would have been like it played into the like what they normally do with like heroes and villains. So like they just make them like opposites of each other. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I also kind of like how this is just the breaking point for Jinx. Like she's
lost her mind.
She's lost her mind, and Silco takes advantage of this heavily. Like, she's just as broken as me. Maybe I can use this, but also he gains feelings for her. Like, he does see her as his daughter, and he does pretty much protect her as much as he can, like Vi does, or Vi did in the beginning. But yeah, and again, you feel bad for her because she's just lost everything and her mind is gone. You see all these scenes where she's talking to the ghosts of her, of the people that
her siblings.
Well, I was gonna say friends, but also like they were more of her tormentors, because there was the one that always attacked her for being the runt of the litter, or for not doing the fighting like he did. The other one was a lot more quiet, and you can kind of feel...
That's why I'm saying like siblings over friends, because siblings argue.
Yeah, but it felt more like they were her bullies, like especially the one kid whose name I forget because he's only in like the first half of the series, and then he dies and we know nothing about him. Like, for some odd reason I half expected him to come back and just to be revealed as, oh, it's just a flesh wound.
Oh yeah.
Like, he was impaled, but you kind of, at this point, you'd expect someone to come back from that. And again, we're forgetting the most important... Like, it's not a gay relationship, but it's just as powerful. Victor and Jace. Like, one...
Oh, yeah, for real.
One wants to do good, has this idea, but also he's sacrificing so much for it. Like, he's sacrificing literally his own blood just so he can walk again. Like a deal with the devil thing, where the other one, he's willing to go with the politics, and he's being influenced by the one girl on the council, and just like I feel bad for Victor. Like, there's a lot of characters in this show that you feel bad for, but I really feel bad for Victor because he's essentially dying, and he's willing to do anything to live, to see his dream of making a better world after he's come from the same place as Vi and Jinx, where in the end it ultimately destroys his life. I mean, we didn't really know his assistant that well. We saw her in a couple of scenes, but when you see her be obliterated by the Hex Tech, it's just...
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, she had like an adorable crush on him, and like really, really admired him and his work and everything, and like wanted to save his life, and she ended up dying. She just turned to dust. All that was left was her clothes and her glasses.
And I was kind of mad because, again, we barely saw her in any scenes other than like 2 episodes, like 2 scenes each.
Yeah.
And we just like got nothing out of her, and we haven't found out what was in her notes, what she was trying to build, what her plans were. And just like, I feel like it was a waste of a good character that...
Well, I mean, like, you're right, but her purpose was to die so that...
Victor would realize his mistakes.
Yeah.
And that he was going too far into this. Like, he was literally following into his own professor's mistakes. And, again, Heimerdinger told him, no, it's gonna lead to bad things. And he didn't listen, and this is what happened.
The one person that admired him and supported him ended up dying because of it.
Exactly, and I kind of want to see more of what happened to Heimerdinger and why he's so afraid of magic. Like, we don't get that in this. We don't get why magic is so...
I mean, he's been around for a long time, so I'm just gonna say, like, experience.
Yeah, but I'd like to flesh out his character more. Like, we know he built the city. We knew he was the leader of the city.
Right.
But we're just hearing that he had problems with magic and he already tried the hex tech thing. But we're not seeing it. Show us why it's such a bad thing. Why he's so afraid. What it did to him.
Maybe since there is a second season in the works, and there's probably not going to be a council, I think that there's going to be more time to hang out with Heimerdinger.
I forgot that Jinx blew up the council.
Which is a parallel to when she set off the monkey bomb for the first time. Or actually got the monkey bomb to work for the first time.
And this is going to cause a huge war. I think this is going to cause a huge war between the upper class and the lower class.
Yeah, I'm just like, where do you go from here? Like, because it's going to be total chaos.
And honestly, I think Jace might survive and might be in charge of the war effort because what's-her-name's gonna die. That was his influence throughout this whole thing. That was his partner in all of this.
I could see it, yeah.
And just, he's done. Where Jinx, she's lost her mind. She's just gonna be the next Psyche. Not Psyche,
Silco.
Silco, yeah. Which, I'm sorry, Silco. I'm so sorry. I mean, he is one of my favorite villains in this.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Jinx is the sympathetic villain. I respect her. I love her. But Silco, he is just the hand that turns the dial.
I have a lot of respect for him.
I mean, just... He's got that, evil villain... He feels kind of like Two-Face in a way. Like, he does have the eye that... I'm kind of confused on how that developed. Was it from the lake water, or was it...
Maybe.
Because we see a scene where he doesn't have the red eye, and then and now he does, so unless it's like a modification or something.
It might be, because something happens, right, with the brother,
Yeah.
in quotes.
Where he drowns him, but I'm kind of confused.
I'd have to rewatch it, maybe.
Yeah. But I'm going to be honest, 10 out of 10.
Oh, yeah, totally. 10 out of 10. Like, it totally, like, I was not expecting it to be as good as it was. Like, especially for a League of Legends thing.
I mean, I heard it was good, but I didn't think this good. It was...
Yeah, like, phenomenal.
I can't wait to see the rest of it. Like...
For real.
That cliffhanger was...
I was like, over?
I was kind of surprised to hear that there was going to be a second season because Netflix isn't really known for doing the right thing. But then again, they made Stranger Things.
I mean, if it gets enough steam, you know.
I mean, at this point, I think they've got a lot of steam.
Like, there's a lot of buzz.
But yeah, really like this series. Really love it.
I can't wait to see more.
Sorry, guys, for all the naming.
Yeah, we don't know the names of characters, the names, certain situations.
Like, we
plot
just
points.
did Spider-Man 3, and we're kind of tired from that. Our minds are destroyed from that.
Yeah, I have a tumor.
But, yeah, I love this series, and I can't wait. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and click the little notification bell for more videos, and
we'll see you in the next one.
Be nice to your siblings, because they might just end up becoming a jinx and destroying your entire life.
Yeah.
Have a great night, guys.